Hello, my name is Carrie Amdahl. I am here to demonstrate for my WDD231 course. Um, I want to demonstrate API data integration and then asynchronous function using the try-catch block. First of all, with the API data integration, what I wanted on my site is to have three what I call weather cards that will show the current weather in three different cities: Glasgow, Edinburgh, and London. And to do this, I needed to go get the API here at openweather.org, openweathermap.org. Click on API, scroll to the current weather data, click on the API doc, and it gives me the path that I need to then insert into my code in order to get the current data. So I took this path. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. I took this path and I inserted it into my JavaScript, into my function here. Here's the path that takes the variables, including here's my API key right here, which I have to have in order for this to even work. It also takes the latitude, longitude, and up here you can see the parameter has the city name. Those are all here, over here. All the data is right here for the different weather cards. So using this, putting the path into the weather URL, current weather URL, and then go through here, and it uses that information to then process the information and display it here on my website, where we can see the current weather data that is coming through this website. Now, to demonstrate the asynchronous function, oh, sorry. Let's go back to my code. And we have the asynchronous function, which means it's going to run stuff at the same time, basically. And in this function, you can see I have all the different elements. I have the different ways to retrieve, like here's the information for the weather icon, current weather, you need the city name, high temp, current temp, all that. Container to where, excuse me, this is where we get down here to the try catch right here. So what this does is this makes it so that if there is something that doesn't work about the code, instead of breaking the website, instead of it crashing, it's going to give us an error. So here we have the response variable that is telling it that it needs to wait and it needs to fetch this this weather URL right here, which is right here, our API, right? So it fetches this, and then if the data all works great, then we get the data. But if there's something that's not right, it goes through the process here, and if there's something not right, so if there's an error, if we get an error right up here, it goes down here to the catch, where it then is going to display a message saying there is an error. So let's demonstrate this. Again, that's going to my website here. And this is where we're going to go to DevTools and click on Console. And you can see there's my weather cards working, no errors. Let's go into the code and let's just take out something out of the API key. So I just deleted something out of the API key. And now if we go back, we can see here there's all these errors showing in DevTools, and we get the message, failed to load weather data for Glasgow, Edinburgh, and London. And that's right here. Failed to load weather data for, and then it gives us the city name. So we can see it is actually working and it's doing its job. It's catching the error. If we go back to the code and we add back in that one letter that we took out, it is now working and there's no errors. So we have the API data integration that is using another website to provide information on my website using, excuse me, my key. And if this information isn't working correctly, that's what we have the try catch block for, so that nothing crashes and it all works well.